What's going on, guys? Quick video today in response to some feedback I got on a video I did with Omar Isuf on his channel yesterday regarding a variation of lateral raise that I like that helps build up and isolate the medial head or lateral head of the deltoid, whichever you prefer. I'm going to drop the link in the description below so you can take a look at it. For those of you who haven't seen it, a quick recap. Basically, when you cue a lateral raise, we're going to use the lats to sort of initiate the movement of abduction of the shoulder with a bias of internal rotation. Now, the big feedback I got is a lot of people cited a video by Athlenex. Never saw it, don't have to, doesn't matter. This movement is not going to give you shoulder cancer or impingement or tear your rotator cuff or anything like that. And if you are of such a delicate nature that a lateral raise biasing internal rotation of the shoulder is going to tear your rotator cuff, then perhaps lifting weights is not for you. Now here's why those citations are going to be incorrect. We're going to walk you through this. So this is a mock-up of my right shoulder kind of superimposed in 2 dimensions. Now we have the humerus and the scapula. Now the big player here that they were worried about is this subacromial space. So the space that lies between the top of the humeral head and the acromion or the coracoacromial arch where impingement is known to happen. So at no point is this the only shoulder exercise you should ever do and everything will be fine. But if you have balanced and healthy shoulders and you have properly trained shoulder stability, including the rotator cuff and long head of the biceps tendon, what's gonna happen is that these 2 muscles, the long head of the biceps tendon and the rotator cuff, they perform an action called glenohumeral depression, which is to say that, say this is your shoulder, this is the way it should be. So superior translation of the glenohumeral joint for an unstable shoulder, the people that are gonna get this subacromial impingement or bursitis or shoulder cancer or whatever the hell everyone else was saying that made this exercise so wrong to think about possibly doing, what those people are referring to is if your shoulder looks like that. There's a superior translation. Now we're not afforded the clearance necessary to go through that abducted position with an internal rotated shoulder. But if these things are in line, that subacromial space should be plenty open due to that glenohumeral depression, the action of a properly trained rotator cuff and long head of biceps. So to all you out there that were criticizing the abduction with internal rotation or the variation of lateral raise that I did with Omar, relax and take notes. And then remember that that long head of biceps and rotator cuff are going to be what helps keep us stable and keeps us in a safe position to allow to go through that movement free of any risk of injury. So at no point was this the only exercise you should do. And if you are worried about tearing a rotator cuff doing a simple lateral raise, then maybe getting big and strong is not for you. But for everyone else, you can sleep easy at night sort of going over this functional anatomy. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments below. We'll see you next time.
What's going on, guys? Thanks again for tuning in to the Muscle Doc YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe there on the left and check us out at www.pre-script.com. So thanks again for tuning in and we'll see you next time.